Yeah. Yeah. We back. Per. We back. And from the looks of things, y'all like that little reminder I'll be sending out because I'll be listening. Okay, I listen to the feedback, I listen to the critique, I listen to what y'all want, and I try to give it to you. So the fact that I sent this reminder, and when I say y'all are in the room on time, ready to think, ready to feel, ready to dissect, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hearts up. We got hearts all in the chat. Y'all already know. What up? What up? Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited. This is going to be a jam-packed show. So I'm so happy that y'all are early, y'all are on time because we have a lot to talk about. I'm gonna try to keep up. We gonna play within the hour, but I might spill over. I'm not even gonna lie. I might spill over a little bit because there's a lot to talk about, and there's still not enough to cover everything. And you know what? Since I'm a double Virgo, I'd be so hard on myself. I'd be like, "How come I didn't notice that? How come I didn't say that? How come Because there's so much to use and speak about from this show that it's impossible to catch every little detail. It's quite literally impossible to capture the themes, the parallel stories, the parallel conflicts for the characters, with everything that's in the show. So I gotta remember to take my foot off my own neck. We do a great job in here. And the reason why I love the live components because you guys remind me of details that I may have overlooked. I may do the same for you guys. And then there's goddamn Twitter where there's more theories and more guesses and more predictions and more like you can't get them all, but I try to get as many as possible. So thank you for being here. Today is jam packed. Okay, so I don't want to waste any more time. Thank you for being here. If you are joining the live show, that means you are a patron. You can join this live show for the access of $5. So shout out to all my patrons that's in the room. Patreon.com/JustLatasha. If you guys are watching the general admission, which starts every Thursday compared to the live shows on Mondays, that means you are on the Just Latasha channel on YouTube. So I would love if you thumbs up this video or subscribe to the channel. Either or would be cute. Hello? Hello? Either or would be cute. Let me try to get my light. Let's do that. Huh? Let's do that. I am Just Latasha. I am on Instagram at Just Latasha. I am on Twitter at Just Latasha 404. You guys can follow me there. And I'm excited. Y'all ready? I think we ready. I think we're ready to do it. All right. Okay. Let's do it. So, season 2, episode 6, plowing through. I think the finale is episode 8. That's a wild guess, but I think people were saying 2 more episodes or something like that. I think the last episode is episode 8. But this episode is called 1,000 Little Trees of Blood. We are doing this Christian, Catholic, religious, Bible themed story arc for this series. And I imagine the title meaning or alluding to the fact that, or the idea that if the soil is bad, then so are the branches that bear the fruit, right? Because these wounds are so deep that it rots everyone and everything. And the more you do not uproot that mess, the more it just poisons and sprouts out into the rest of their worlds. So, especially with Sunday night's episode, we have the theme of forgiveness, which was so emotional and so touching. And let's explore, let's play. Of course, if you guys are catching the rewatch, the color theme in this series in particular is yellow, which is where the characters are telling the truth and being honest. Blue, where they're lying, where they're making false presentations, where they're wearing masks, where they fronting at. And then, of course, we have the heaven and hell ideologies and themes represented by color, white being heaven, black being hell. And then, of course, we have red, which can mean love, passion, power, or what it's most usually what it's most used for is pain, wounds, danger, caution, stop. All of those colors are going to be speaking to each other, as well as these biblical religious themes. And of course, for tonight's episode, forgiveness. We'll talk about all of that stuff tonight. I'm very excited. So, opening scene, huh? Woo! Wow. Showing heavy on the black and white, where Rue, during her withdrawals, will go through hell attempting to get back into heaven. And I think about how we're watching her body break down and betray her when it's trying to get back to normal, which is completely, it's like this inversion, right? Because as we're used to seeing her fun, youthful, hype, rapping, hanging out, she's the most alive when she's high. So trying to aim to get this red candy open and in her body and trying to enjoy this little red candy is playing with that inversion, right? That this will bring you happiness. This red candy will bring you joy. And something that should be causing you happiness in this moment, you just want to taste that little piece of candy in place of not being able to get that hit of drugs. Something that's supposed to be bringing you joy at this moment is an embodiment of your pain and the cost of what you paid to be on drugs this entire time. And she says something in this opening sequence that really caught my ear, and I know y'all heard it too. You know what I love about hospitals? They don't have to know how good of a person you are to take care of you. And because this series plays so much with parallels and inversions and opposites and mirrors and reflections, she says how much she loves hospitals while we're looking at her mother, Leslie, take care of her. And the hospitals are rejecting her. So, Rue, what are you trying to say, baby? You trying to say you love mom? Because that's what you should be saying. You shouldn't be saying you love hospitals. You should be saying you love mom, who is the one sitting here taking care of you day after day after day. And I thought about her parents and how Rue engages in their affection. When she meets her father in the spiritual plane while she's at the peak of her high, and her father confirms that she's not a bad person. Versus 2 episodes ago, where Rue is crashing from her high, where her mother confirms in real life she's not a good person. Yet both love her the same. And I feel like this is a beautiful message for addicts. A beautiful message for addicts who, in your highs, in your lows, in your destruction, in your love, in your life, in your death, you are worthy of love. Period. Period. You're worthy of love. What I also thought was beautiful, because the show gave us a little glimpse of Leslie back in the day. And y'all, when I almost cried, okay? Because Rue's parents meet her in the same place. In episode 4, there's this beautiful voiceover that says, I love you before you were born until after you're gone. I love you. And we have Leslie way before Rue was even born versus Rue trying to catch her father after he's gone. Love resides in the plane through space and time. It exists in the same space and time. I was like, so we just opening up on like, we just opening up right there. Like, he just took your heart and just said, crack, blah, bleed. I want y'all to bleed. I want y'all to bleed. Like, I can't. All of Rue's scenes were in yellow, which tells us, the audience, that this was the most honest we've ever seen her about herself. Very true, because one of the things she says was, I am a liar, I am a manipulator, I am this, I am that. And she lets the ugly parts hang out. Like, it's no more covering up, it's no more gaslighting. It's like sitting in it and being the bad guy. And let me tell you something, a lot of people don't know how to do that. Sometimes you just have to sit in it and be the bad, just be the bad guy. You were wrong. Sit in it. Sit in it. While she's in black clothing, meaning she's in hell, she's also bathed in yellow light. That tells us, while being in hell, she will seek the truth. You better dissect, Kenya Benia. You better dissect. That's what I'm saying. Y'all skipping to Ali, so I'ma wait. Y'all trying to move ahead. We gonna get there, okay? Before we get to Ali, I want to talk about real quick as well the black and white that Benia was hinting at as well, between Leslie and Gia. Mama's in black, who I believe Leslie is Rue's hell, because Leslie is the ruler, the consequence, the boundaries, the discipline, and the accountability, something that Rue doesn't want at all. Like, you're not letting me get to my high, and you're blocking, like you're bringing me hell, Mom. Versus Gia, you sure it's just gonna be weed? You promise? Being the comfort, being the getaway buddy, being the I'll keep your secret, being the comfort and the little escape that Rue is looking for, right? Hot take. I hope I'm wrong. Okay, y'all. I don't think Gia's gonna die. Like, I don't think this show is gonna like kill Gia or whatever. But I'm looking at Gia's shirt, and she's the galaxy, she's the stars. My fear is that this episode is about getting Rue to rehab. She is supposed to leave, even though in this very episode they're saying no, 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 no. She's supposed to leave. Now that rings a bell in my mind, because we know that Lori is looking for her. Lori is like, you're gonna pay me my money back. So if at any point, or God forbid, or something, Rue leaves and Lori needs somebody to anchor Rue into that payment back, I that is my hot take. I'm still on the Gia conspiracy theory. I don't know why. I don't want nothing to happen to her, but the way they're giving this girl so much attention this season, the way she's so delicate and beautiful and forgiving and kind and looking just like Rue these days, I don't feel safe. Now, I want to get to the finale and Lori just goes to jail forever and dies or something, and everyone's left alone at the last minute to the clock. But y'all know me. Lori's still outside. So I can't imagine them trying to get Rue to leave the house and Gia's the child left. Like, I don't know. That's my hot take. Okay, let's talk about Ali. Let's get here. And this is where we meet the rain. And the rain is happening all throughout this episode, being representative of the crying that the characters are not able to do, right? They showed us that before. Did I include my photo here? Dang. Oh no, it's the video. Got you. We've seen this before, where the rain is supposed to represent the crying. This is when the characters have to emote, but they're so busy fronting and lying to themselves that they ain't going to get there. So, as the lesson here is, we are in love with Rue and Ali because we've spent so much time hearing their backstory, seeing their highs and their lows, being with them in real life, right? But in real life, would we extend that grace or that patience knowing that they are drug addicts, knowing that they used to have a problem, right? Would we actually extend them that grace or that patience? And Ali in this episode is totally acting as Rue's savior. So in the theme of forgiveness, number one, I wonder, is he going so hard at being her savior to forgive himself? Or to love Rue and this family so hard to fulfill the way his family will not forgive him? And we continue to learn um, about how we, us outsiders of this drug addicted world, how we compartmentalize and think of people who are struggling with drug addiction, right? And what Rue says shook me to my bone, that we reduce someone's entire life to that single ugly moment. My face cracked. If you didn't know me, you would call me a crackhead. And in comedy and humor, I use that word. This really made, this was the first time I like rethunk it. I rethunk it. That word, even in jest, helps us throw people away. It helps us, that's crackhead behavior and the ha ha, rather than really vulnerably seeing someone's addiction and sickness. And I'm very guilty of it, because crackhead is, it's funny. It's funny, but we really have to take that second moment to think about the language we use and how we are mentally framing people who need help, grace, and patience, right? And this episode really put a boot to my ass personally. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna chill out. Okay. So when Rue is trying to apologize to Ali, finally facing the light, an intentional choice she makes to do better. I thought it was really interesting too to see her wearing this Malcolm X tee, because we are being challenged to reframe thought and reframe how we see addicts and how we throw them away. So I'm thinking of the battling identity Malcolm X had, right? Because depending on who you ask, who knew him, who you talked to, he was either this rogue, violent, gun-toting, cop-shooting, chaotic black leader, or he was a philanthropist, a husband, a father, a protector of his people. He is very much used as a vision to the anti MLK Jr. MLK is like the hero who gets a holiday, and Malcolm X is the bad guy who's not scary. And it's like, who are you talking to? Who's giving you that vision, right? I also love in moments where Rue is having these come to Jesus moments, these voice of God moments for Rue, where the camera is focused on her. She's in the frame, but another character is speaking to her that we can't see. So this voice is raining down on Rue. For example, her father, episode 4, while she's hugging him in the spiritual plane, who whispers, "I know who you are. I am always with you." Or Jules during Rue's withdrawal breakdown chaos outside of frame says, "We flushed them down the toilet." Versus here, presently, where we're focused on Rue and we hear Ali's voice say, "I forgive you." So let me take y'all through that sequence again. This embodies, these voice of God moments embodies Rue's journey in this very religious context, right? Because she goes from darkness, secrecy, drugs, hearing her father who says, "I am always with you," to the accountability where Jules says, "We flushed him down the toilet," to the light and the freedom of forgiveness where Ali says, "I forgive you." So what do we have? The Father, the Son, and that's just in the idea that Jesus brings you to the love of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, because Ali is a man of faith. And I was like, wait a minute. So I'm like, why these three characters in particular give Rue these voice of God moments? And that's just what the kid pulled from it. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Why these three people speak to Rue and shift her to her next journey. Let me see what y'all saying. What up? Ali's sins have been forgiven, so it only makes sense for him to pay it forward. I hope Rue someday gets clean enough to pay it forward as well. Ali's family doesn't speak to him, right? Like him and his daughter definitely doesn't speak to him. His family doesn't speak to him. So he's kind of this lone wolf who's attaching himself to Rue. I think Gia is just going to move to the thing that gives her the most attention in each moment. Oh, dang. Well, the baby needs it. Like, no one is attending to Gia at this time. It's all about Rue. And to be a little sister, period, is already hard enough. And now your big sister is constantly sick and you need to pick up the pieces. That's a lot. She ain't no Cassie, but that's a lot for any baby. Yes, yes, yes. I think the rain in this scene with the flashback of Rue and Ali sets up the washing away of the hurt and the pain as well. Oh, dive into the Jordan River, baby. We gonna wash this sin away. We gonna wash this sin away. Okay. Okay, so do you forgive me is essentially what Rue was trying to ask her father in that spiritual plane, right? Do you forgive me? I've been bad. You don't know me anymore. It's okay. I'm always with you. I know exactly who you are. Versus, do you forgive me? And this father figure in her waking life absolutely does. Whew. Keep a note. We're going to put a pin in this moment too, where Rue has to force her way through this apology. Ali doesn't even let her finish. I got you. It's all right. And really what happens to the sinner is that she doesn't deserve the grace. She doesn't deserve the forgiveness. She doesn't see herself as redeemable. And if we're going through these Christian religious themes, this is the sinner to Christ pipeline. He forgives you through anything. Even if you don't deserve it, Christ God loves you down to the itty bitty bits. And you feel so unredeemable for maybe some darkness that you've engaged in, but sinner to the Christ pipeline, all is forgiven. Okay. So here's a really cool thing too. The way Ali even enters this space, let me take you through the phases of Ali. From the top left, we have him appearing, little light distant, little light roast on Rue, where he enters against this blue background, right? What is the mask for Ali? Possibly under the guise, yeah, I'm just going to chill and cook. That's all this night's going to be, X, Y, and Z. But he do got another plan, bringing us into the hallway phase 2, where we see him with these white halo-like lights, right? Being a symbol of hope, being that symbol of heaven, bringing a little light into the darkness of this home, all the way down to the bottom where he meets Gia, meeting us with the colors yellow and red. Tell the truth. Yellow, you're angry. Red. That was a lot. They told a whole sequence with color alone. That was a lot. It's okay to be angry. And I just want to say how pivotal it is. Pivotal it is to allow Black girls and Black women to be angry. Solange said, we got a lot to be mad about. Allow us to be angry. We have a lot to be mad about. So a Black man who had to redeem himself for all to be forgiven is telling a little Black girl, you can be angry. And Ali with his own daughters, anyone leading with like their ego and their defenses would be like, stop being mad at me. You know I'm sick. Versus someone who understands how the darkness has affected everyone around him. You can be angry for a little bit. Let me tell you something, Coleman Domingo, because we have a problem. Coleman Domingo, let me tell you what 1-2 thing about me. If you ever walk into my home with that voice and tell me it's okay to be mad, you're not leaving. Oh, you got a whole new problem on your hands. Me. Okay. Like, don't call. Coleman Domingo, don't you ever respect me like that again. I think Gia represents what people who are close to addicts feel when outsiders often tell them how to feel. And Ali affirms her almost like a surrogate of Rue herself, telling Gia, you can be mad at me. Because Rue would never. She's not there yet. She's not there yet. The way Nika's coming to steal my man, we're going to have to fight. We're going to have to fight. Like, I can't. Nika, please. Jolene. Please don't take my man. Don't take my man, Jolene. I think the candy, the Jolly Rancher, because we're going to talk about that Jolly Rancher. I think the candy kind of represented taking of communion. Come on with the theories. Yes, this makes me so happy. I don't know. You don't know. I think the candy kind of represents taking of communion. She struggled to open it at the start when she didn't feel worthy of forgiveness. And then after the apology to Ali, she eats it with such relief, set herself free. So free in the spirit that it freed the body. So free in the spirit that it freed the body. Sharing of the body of Christ. Oh, my God. That was good. That was good. That was good. Nika's like, I deserve. And she do, because the whole little thing with Jules' daddy, swing and a miss. Okay? Get her somebody. And it very much could be Ali. Fine. But Nika, can I please? I'm gonna hit you with this scissor like Tuesday and Wednesday. Do you know that's my day? I'll just be satisfied if I can see him on a weekend. Let's share. Don't let that man ever come into my house and respect me like that. I will have a fit. Let's get to your boy. What? What? And here's the really beautiful part, because when we see this, we hear Gia say, I'm fine. I am. And Ali responds, I didn't say I believe you. Followed right up as we see Nate and Rue's voiceover says, he woke up feeling fantastic. Look at all that black around him. This is a man that says, I'm fine. I am. And Rue says he woke up feeling fantastic. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, we believe you. And as we look into these sequences and skipping around a little bit, where Nate's mom, Marcia, explains his darkness to him while it's raining, and it's raining with the sunshine. As Nate's brother Aaron says, what's she so happy about? It's raining with the sunshine. As Nate's brother says, what's she so happy about? Baby, she's spiraling. This is what a breakdown looks like. She's spiraling. And Marsha's sort of being in this overjoyous delusion. While that pee is still sitting at the front door, now it's sticky and dried up. Y'all gonna have to wet it a little bit. While Marsha and Aaron are in this delusion and pretending that they are joyous. This is almost the same delusion Jules had to use in order to love Rue. And I remember us asking that in this room, like, how do you not know this girl is high? How did Jules not know? Right? And we sort of in this episode also touch on like this theme of regret. And Marsha kind of sort of admits to like these laughing, these jokes, this sunshine in the rain, that she very much regrets her life. And that includes Nate. But she said it so, I wish you were never born. All right, kooky. These themes of regrets. She regrets this whole life. So that clued me into how Rue in the very last episode said that she regrets Jules. And she said it at the peak of this withdrawal and being held accountable and her whole world crashing down. She tells Jules, I regret you. And it was for the wrong reason, but low-key was kind of right. Because Rue and Jules have made a mess of this. Rue has made a mess of what love can be, and Jules was using love for the wrong reasons. Rue is trying to love Jules because she's addicted to drugs and misses her dad, and Jules is abandoned by her mother, so she loves Rue. Maybe y'all both shouldn't have. But Rue said it for the wrong reason. But she was kind of right. And so as Marcia keeps trying to hold Nate accountable, she's getting intimidated out of her position, which is what manipulators do. They're going to use anger and fear and intimidation to shift you out of your accountability on them. And Marcia keeps backing away from Nate's anger, which makes it boundless. Nate no longer has an anchor or a tether to his anger. He has nothing keeping it in range. Which once again reminded me of Jules and Rue, the way Jules wasn't pressing Rue about drugs because she seen Rue started to sad girl her way out of, victimize her way out of being held accountable about using drugs. And so Jules, like Marcia, played nice about it, stayed in delusion about it. No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. So with Cal gone, and this guy feeling fantastic, I wonder if Cal was Nate's oppressor or his discipline. Because we got to worry about this guy. We've got to worry about that guy. Like, we've got to really worry about that. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. There's an interesting commentary happening in this episode in regards to what's allowed in love, what protection or anger can look like, both to the extreme with Nate and in truth, Rue's mom and Gia. When you are be angry, you're allowed to be angry, let it out, versus you angry, reel it back in, please. And I love you so much that you're not angry, let's all pretend, versus I love you so much, please let that out and set yourself free. Amira, you did something just now. Yeah. Woo. Nobody grabbed the pine sol. I know it. I know it smells crazy in there. Please. Oh my God. Imagine being accountable for Nate. Imagine him being your fault. Imagine not being able to stop it. And possibly being too scared to try. Imagine your baby son at 8-9 years old went dark and you can't even pinpoint what happened. It's giving Eve's Bayou, but I'm going to wait for more information on that. But the way they're talking about it and the way they're saying something happened, and we're talking about queerness in these white straight men, is giving Eve's Bayou. But we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. But that's what ran through my mind when I was watching it on Sunday. And that's for the Black girls who know their movies. Oh my gosh. What up, Xylent? I've been waiting for her to finally say what she said to Nate, but I wasn't proud of her because she just enabled the BS. She kept putting it and taking it back. Take it back. Maybe like literally when Marcia is like, I don't know how you're such a monster, and in the same breath condones and encourages his abusive behavior. Monster plus monster doesn't cancel each other out. Hello? When it works in her favor, she like it. Oh, you done yanked that little Maddie up. I said, that's my boy. But then you was mad at home and I was like, is that my boy? Very much that. Very much that. Okay. What's up, Simone? Marsha was getting drunk with her son and condoned him abusing Maddie, talking about she doesn't understand why Nate's so dark. Delusion. Whoo, y'all. Real quick, because we're going to move on. That's very much what white ladies give. You seen them down in all the racism historic pics that could very much be in color, but they do black and white to trick our minds. The white ladies are very present, down to the picnics, down to the school segregations, down to the feminist laws. Let us vote, but not the Negroes. The white ladies were there, very much there. But then want to do how did this even happen? When y'all very much were a part of creating monsters and being monsters. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. The next two characters I'm going to put it together at the same time because I think they have parallel themes going on for them as well. So here we go. And I thought it was cool because I'm going to bring it back to the Jolly Rancher. I want to call this the Jolly Rancher moment. Blood in the trees. Blood in the trees, because something that's supposed to bring joy is representative of what's been killing you. So I have here Rue trying to open up that Jolly Rancher where her body will not work with her. Cassie crying in front of this red washcloth about Nate, and Kat sitting in that pool of red on this quote unquote so-called date with Ethan. These are the Jolly Rancher moments for all of them. So Cassie, and not being able to contact Nate after 5011 calls, says, I want to die. And her saying that comes shortly after we see her in the bathtub trying to contact Nate, trying to text him, trying to call him, and he's not answering. I want to die. After we seen her in the bathtub. And we remember who else said this and where they said it. Rue, who said, I want to die when she was in Lori's bathtub receiving care. Finding joy in what's killing you. This false sense of salvation. If Cassie cannot have Nate right here and right now, she's going to die. She needs him to save her. Save. The way Lori saved Rue from dying, right? False salvation. And I'm thinking about Kat and the lessons that Rue is trying to impart on us outsiders on how we view and envision addicts, right? So let me take it here. We watched Kat gaslight the hell out of Ethan. Think about how you felt about her in that moment. I know what I was saying about Kat Sunday night. I was staring at that scene, especially because I had somebody who was doing that exact conversation to me where you're trying to hold them accountable and they're like, whoa, so are you attacking me? And you're like, no, I think you're just not being honest. Did you actually say, oh, so I said that? Is that what you heard? Oh, I guess you hate me. No. What is that? Because you did. And they kept, think about how you felt. Yes. Think about how you felt when you was watching Kat deal with Nate. Think about how you felt. So now think about the lesson that Rue taught us, right? If you didn't know me, you'd reduce my entire being down to my ugly moments. Here's why I believe we're having a Jolly Rancher moment. Here's where I believe we're having a Jolly Rancher moment for Kat. Because Kat's terminal brain disorder is Rue's just a little weed. And think about who chose to believe that lie because they needed to, right? So when Ethan is being gaslit about Kat's terminal brain disorder, he stood up to her because he's willing to lose her. You're not going to lie to me like that. And if this is the person I'm getting, let's just split. Versus Rue, it's just a little bit of weed. And Jules is like, yeah, I guess. Because she really needed to believe that lie because she needed to be romantically involved with Rue. Ethan was willing to lose Kat. I'm not accepting this. Absolutely not. And this Jolly Rancher moment between Kat and Cassie, because Kat's fronting in the way that Cassie's fronting, right? That to get away with doing bad, they need to be wearing this good guy mask. Y'all not even really together, so I didn't break any girl code. Versus, you don't want to date me because I'm about to die in a few weeks and you can't handle it. So, and if you double check what I'm saying, then you're the bad guy and you're breaking up with me. Like, in order to do what you really want to do and be bad, you need to hide so badly under that good guy mask. So if we think about how we feel about Kat, who is enacting this harm because she told us episodes ago how much she hates herself, and people who hate themselves self-sabotage every area of their life. Can we extend, the way Rue is teaching us to, can we extend forgiveness and grace? The way we extend it to Rue, the way we're watching Leslie and Ali extend it to Rue, can we extend it to Kat? And can we extend it, or can Maddie extend it to Cassie? These people that may be getting reduced down to that ugly moment. They're having ugly moments. Now, I ain't God. I ain't Christ. I am a human, feeling, breathing, petty, egotistical, brilliant, creative, ambitious, beautiful Black woman. I'll never speak to your ass again. I'll tell you that. He better than me. Ethan's better than me. Oh, because he loves that girl down. He called her out every step of the way and still did it respectfully. Because I would have been, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Because when I had my gaslighting friend, I was still very kind. Because I'm like, I know you're not based in reality. I'm trying to just bring you back down. But I'm just trying to catch my friend and make you hear me. But I be talking. I still be kind. But the bullshit is the bullshit. Like, are they redeemable? Are they forgivable? Do we extend that grace and patience for people in their ugly moments? Will they always be that ugly moment to us moving forward? Us and our human flawed selves. Okay. Callie, you almost threw my damn wig off. Kat's brain disorder would explain where the fuck she been all season. Oh my God. Oh Lord, I know I can extend it to Kat. I don't even break up with the guy. I just disappear. You gonna ghost him, Rose? Oh my God. Okay. I'm sorry, but Kat's storyline, and in regards to the allegations about behind the scenes of Barbie and Sam, this kind of shows how unprofessional and egotistical he may be because he dropped the ball. I'm not abreast of the BTS information. So he's intentionally messing up her storyline because he don't mess with Barbie like that. Who's gay in real life and has a fire girlfriend. Ooh, I love it. Is Sam sabotaging his characters, which is why we haven't seen Kitty Cat? And people are asking, where is Kat in this damn show? People are asking, is that what happens? Oh my gosh. Oh. Whoa. You know, I'd be so just in the show and letting the story do that I didn't even look. I don't. Wow, that's really disappointing. I hate that. Wow, that's really disappointing. I did not know that, y'all. What the hell? Okay, real quick, we're gonna stop here. Let's get into some videos. I don't like her. The color blue, reflections, the reflections going in opposite directions, literally moving behind Ashtray's back. Yeah, get her out of here. Why do Lori know Ruby Bennett's name? Get her out of here. Get her out of here. I'm sorry, blue, you lying. Reflections going in opposite direction. You moving weird, bro. And her boyfriend is worried about Mouse. He's working with the cops. But something else is at play here. Something else is at play here. I don't like the way she moved behind Ashtray's back just now, taking out the trash. I've got my eye on you. I don't like her. Fez could do what he want. I don't like her. Real quick, your boy has lost it. His anger is untethered. He has no one to reel him in anymore. Because the thing was, no matter how mad Nate was at his daddy, he couldn't beat him. Period. You're still a boy, and this is his house, and that's why you're really mad. But now that he's gone, somebody come get your guy. Also, I saw this tweet. There's a camera. Now, I did see the sign on Maddie's bedroom wall that said, "Smile, you're in camera." And I thought that was because, I got the CD. I didn't know why they were zooming in on the clock. I'm like, okay, maybe they're showing blue numbers to somebody's line. There's a camera in here, y'all. And who? And why? And wait. And wait. I didn't know why they was on that clock like that. When I tell you I missed it. So after Nate wilds out and he does a whole lot, he leaves Maddie traumatized. Now, she has been abused by this man since season 1. And people haven't really been like attending to it. She hasn't been attending to it. She just does this bad bitch baby hair mode, right? But seeing this powerful bad bitch cry in a fetal position, and Maddie's one of the characters where we never see her family. We got no idea. She's always alone. And as I mentioned before, she's constantly doing this thing where she's riding in between this, I don't know, mentor that she has in Samantha, and constantly engaging with that boy that she's babysitting, to me reflecting this inner child, both of these coming to a head, right? Because Samantha is walking under the blue light, which means this is sort of a presentation, a mask, a costume, versus Maddie in that yellow light, finding out who she really is. So when I seen Maddie, who's trying to be this grown, wearing these dresses, wearing Samantha's costumes in her closet all the time, playing grown up, but crying in that baby position, I was like, can somebody hold your girl? Can somebody go get her? And imagine Cassie has no insight to the wounds that Maddie has. She's so lost in a delusion that she's trying to be Maddie's mask. I think that's what I gather. These are just mine. Please create your own, disagree, do whatever you want. But it seems that Cassie's so caught up and fully purchased and bought into Maddie's mask. You're trying to emulate somebody who's emulating. I don't know. Theories. I was pissed that Maddie wasn't the one to take the CD to Jules. Maddie covered in blue and black in this scene. Nate deserves to be placed in a lava pit while chained to a boulder. Sink him, friend. Sink him. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's talk about that CD because the CD meant a lot. Let's talk about the CD. You're all I need to get by. We have the CD in the blue light, the masks, then the yellow light versus the truth. These are the dual languages that all of the characters are using to survive. Sometimes they have to pretend. Sometimes they have to set themselves free. But it's the language and the maneuvering between both in order to survive and get by. That's it. It's everyone's false attachments to what they think they love and what they think they need. And the fact that this CD acted as a loaded gun. We see the CD right next to the gun. It acted as a loaded gun for Cal, who was hiding, Blue, his identity for so long until his truth, Yellow, set him free. Now he doesn't need either the gun or the CD. He's out living his life. He left them both to Nate. Shackles off my feet so I could pee. Right in my own house. Right in the lobby. Hey. Lunatic. Somebody clean this mess up. Please. The CD acted like a loaded gun for Cal, and now he doesn't need either of them. Which brings me to Nate and Jules. Because the CD was also a loaded gun for them both. But Nate gives the CD to Jules, setting her free. And Nate sort of had this yellow light behind him. He's acting in honesty. Nate acting in honesty. Is he only holding himself accountable for the freedom to be more dark? He is untethered and knows no bounds. Is he only holding himself accountable for the freedom to be more dark? Is redemption even in the cards for homeboy? Does he even care? Because the CD that no longer bounds Cal no longer bounds Nate now that it's in Jules' possession. And let me tell you how he used this. Let me tell you how he used all of it, which I quickly explained on Twitter, but Twitter don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. It was like, okay. When the CD was in the possession of Maddie, someone who loved him, it was a gun. And he brought an unloaded gun to Maddie. When the CD is in possession of Jules, someone who hates him, it becomes a CD. His apology to Jules was him emptying those bullets and disarming her. When he's holding an unloaded gun to Maddie, he's like, I'm not apologizing. Because he took the CD, which had the power. So now that he gives the CD, which can still be a loaded gun, he apologizes because now he has to disarm it. Here you go, Jules. I'm here to protect you. I want you to be safe and good. I want you to be, I care. I'm sorry about everything. He turns that back into a CD. Now it's worthless. Knowing that Jules has empathy and vulnerability and she's going to forgive or whatever, like she's not going to be the I'm gonna get you back the way MADDIE is. He disarmed it. And so I think of how Rue was trying to force her apology to Ali. Like, let me just say it. Let me get it out. The way Nate is trying to force his apology onto Jules, right? Like, let me just nod. I want you to hear me. Because Nate does it with darkness, but Rue did it with light. Both of those setting them free. So we have this theme of like bad people doing good. This Nate and Rue with apologies. They're not good people, and they're apologizing and taking accountability. And then we have this theme of good people doing bad, where we have Kat and Cassie who are like gaslighting and living in delusion to not be the bad guy. So my prediction, this is my hot take, as we near the end. My prediction is that Nate will get Cassie pregnant, because I remember season 1, Cassie running off to college with McKay and her mother running out to the front door and saying, please, Cassie, do not come back pregnant. And she did. And in season 2, episode 1, Nate was like, I could get her pregnant. I could marry her. She could be the one that turns me into a good person. So my prediction is that Nate will get Cassie pregnant. But it obviously won't be the heaven that he fantasized about, the way his mother heeded the warning. Don't get that girl pregnant. She was saying it about MADDIE, but it could be very true. The same for Cassie, who's trying to be MADDIE so damn bad. It's not going to be the heaven he fantasized about, nor will it make either him or Cassie good people. That's that's my hot take. I think Nate gave it to Jules with the assumption that she wouldn't go public with it nor report it, because that opens a can of worms for everyone knowing Jules fucking grown men pretending to be 21. He disarmed that CD real quick. He's such a manipulator and knows exactly what he's doing. Nate just used that disc, gave that disc back to Jules to endear himself to Jules. Because as much as Cassie loves to be loved, I think that's Nate's addiction too. He wants all these girls on his jock. He wants all of them maniacal about him. That's all the boys do. They think that's what makes them men, hurting women and making addictive personalities out of them. He is still lying in the scene. He says that he was doing all that shit to Jules because he was trying to protect his dad, when in reality, he had a problem with Jules since day one. His apology is bull. He's trying to figure out his queerness. His queerness looks like it parallels his dad, who he resents, and then resents his own identity. And then he wants to be a little football, white, all-American boy, but he's gay, so how could he be that? And then he's asking all these questions, and then he's dark because he's a crazy white boy anyway. Yeah, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. The look Cassie's mom gave her as she was leaving, let me tell y'all, oh my gosh. I feel like Nate is basically setting up to have absolute control over a woman, and Cassie fell right into the trap. Emotional damage. We'll see. We'll see. The way Nate swears he won't become his dad while following exactly in his footsteps. Say that. Pregnancy has always followed Cassie, so I feel like it's inevitable. Season 1, Cassie mom said, don't get pregnant. In season 2, Nate fantasized about Cassie pregnant, and now this mention of pregnancy again. I think it's in the cards, y'all. I think it is totally in the cards. And on that, we're going to end here. Let's talk about hope. Let's talk about faith. Let's get back to that sinner to Christ pipeline. Because Ali provides the family hope for the good, but grace to truthfully experience the bad. And the truth is, Leslie and Gia are losing faith and hope in Rue. And when we had that final shot of Leslie crying on the phone, trying to get Rue to be taken into inpatient care, trying to get her to rehab, trying to help her, and saying She's going to kill herself. She's going to kill herself. And we're floating further and further away from mom, softly passing by Rue through the home, right? Like we're leaving the light, we're leaving the hope, we're leaving the faith, and learning in truth that mama said she needs support, but mama is like, my daughter's gonna lose. She's going to lose, which is why you guys were saying it earlier that Rue won't apologize to her family until she's clean. Up until this point, she has only apologized to Ali. Because when it comes to her family, who she knows has paid for her own sins, she wants to be redeemed. She wants to earn the love. She wants to earn the forgiveness, right? But like Ali said, Rue has to find hope. Here's my thing, and I don't want to keep doing this to Gia. I'm sorry, y'all. Gia is wearing the same shade of red as Rue. Like, I can't move past this. I cannot move past this. She looked like Rue. Rue has to find hope. And the thing with Rue is that she found reason to use drugs. She misses her dad. So she needs to find a reason for her sobriety. Because what did drugs cost her? Did it cost her to lose something else or someone else? And here's why I'm focused on Gia, because it's too much attention on Gia. We had Leslie ask in the last episode, 2 episodes ago, is Gia doing drugs with you? And that to me feels like it's crossing between Rue's use and Gia's blame. They feel mirrored in that sense. Of course, they're wearing the same shade of red. And Gia says that haunting line that does not feel good to me. I don't really know much about your life. I'll tell you when you get back. Time is borrowed. Like, will she get back? Will Gia be there when she gets back? And so in the final theme of forgiveness, that's my hot take. I'm going to sit here and be wrong in the finale. I don't mind being wrong, but I'm like, y'all giving me a lot. I don't know. And the final theme of forgiveness, the final question. Leslie is fighting with all of her might to save Rue's life. And she couldn't stop her husband from dying. She couldn't stop her husband from dying. So this fight is extra important because she's giving it her all to save Rue, which feels like a losing game. So even with a little hope, if she loses Rue too, would she ever be able to forgive herself? Is the fight also about, I have to change this outcome this time? If I have 5% of a chance, can I forgive myself if I lose 2 people? I'm off Gia, yo. I'm off Gia. I'm not going to say it no more. I'm not going to say it no more. Yeah, bro. People are also hypothesizing that we're going to lose Fez this season. I think that's enough to hurt, but little enough to move on. I think that's a fair death. I think Fez will be a fair death. Like, we're going to feel it, but we're going to be like, all right. Because Ashtray could pick up the business. And if Miss Faye want to be down the way she acting like she want to be down, she could be Ashtray's backup. Like, they could just shift roles. It's doable. I'm pissed for Maddie and at Maddie. I can't move past that for what Nate's done to her and her part in that disc floating around longer than it should have. You wanted her to end it sooner. You wanted her to end it sooner. Nah, Latasha, stop it right there. I see no evil. I hear no evil. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. They too heavy on Gia this season. It's making me very worried. I want to be wrong. I want to sit here with y'all and be like, oh, at the end of the season, because they had me for it. They had me in the first quarter. They had me for the first half. Okay? Prove me wrong at the end, please. She refers to my daughter so generally, and the last shot is both of them. Is it possible Gia is depressed and suicidal? Ooh, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's really what it's giving when you're fighting for somebody else's life. And their sickness is not giving them a fighting chance to clearly and fully make that own decision. All right, we didn't go too far past an hour. We made good time, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. All of my patrons here in the live show. Thank you for all the patrons who will catch it in the rewatch. I am live every Monday night, 6 p.m. EST on patreon.com/JustLatasha. And this will be released for general public release every Thursday morning on YouTube, the Just Latasha channel. Please give this video a thumbs up, share it on your socials. That helps me as a creator so much. Besides you guys giving me your energy, your time, and for your financials to support me as a creator, I appreciate it greatly, immensely. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Y'all gonna get some cut. And don't answer that. Don't answer that. I'm gonna get some cut. Don't answer that. Okay. We're almost done. After this, I believe we will be dissecting Atlanta, which starts March 24th. And I'm going to be seeing you guys on Patreon because I want to ask you a poll about our $15 tier. I think I will be changing up that gift. So if you're a patron, let me know. You guys have some power around here. And follow me on social media. I'm Just Latasha on Instagram, Just Latasha404 on Twitter. And I love you. Hearts in the chat before we go. Any last thoughts? Ashley ain't taking care of grandma. Dang. Thank you. Thank you. Hearts in the chat. Hearts in the chat. Not today of writing it out. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right. I think that's it. We love you guys too. Thank you. Thank you. All right. See you guys later. Bye.